All right. Well, welcome to Quince Orchard High School. I am Beth Thomas, proud principal, and we thought we'd start the night off showcasing some of our students and the amazing work that they've done with their teachers to create this video that we can share throughout the cluster. So this evening, we will be sharing quite a bit of information that will help you and your child, your student, prepare for next school year. And while I know we need to talk about the elephant in the room, the fact that
Muchas
we're still in
felicidades,
limbo about
bienvenidos. Es muy grandioso estar aquí con todos ustedes.
this current school year, that we need to also be preparing for next school year. So thank you for keeping your focus and lens on this evening and preparing for next school year as compared to what may be happening in second semester this year. So again, my name is Beth Thomas, proud principal of Quince Orchard High School, and I welcome you here this evening. It may be snowing, sleeting, raining outside. We may be in a virtual environment, but there's nothing that could stop us from showcasing our Cougar pride and everything that we have to offer here at Quince Orchard High School. So this evening, you're going to hear quite a bit of information. This meeting is being recorded as I shared, and it will be posted to our website. This evening, we will have the opportunity to share a little bit of information about who we are, our mission, our vision, our staff. We will share information about counselors and who, hopefully you've already reached out since this is open for current 9th, 10th, and 11th grade families. You've probably already reached out and met your counselor. If not, we'll help you to put some names together. We will review what is the most up-to-date graduation requirements. We will walk you through or show you the registration process. Your students, children were shared, this information was shared with them yesterday, as a matter of fact. And then we'll share a couple key pieces of information for you. And then, of course, answer any questions. So also wanted to just remind you that throughout this presentation, this is a webinar, which is very different than a Zoom meeting. We structured this so that way questions can be asked in the chat, in the Q&A, and we will do our best to answer questions along the way and then take time to pause at strategic points to to clarify any questions you may have. So that's how we will operate this evening. And I know, again, it's a lot of information, but we'll do our best to answer as many questions as we can. So our mission is to create a culture and conditions for all students to experience excellence. This has been what drives every decision and drives the courses that we offer and drives how we use our staffing, etc. So it's important for you to put some faces with names. And I know the faces are really small, but I'm going to go through and I'm going to actually put my cursor over certain people and share their name and title. You're going to hear from some of them tonight. You're going to see some of them tonight. And so our goal, again, is always to put faces with names. So this is really how we meet most days in a Brady Bunch format. We sit in front of your students, we sit in front of each other, and we showcase excellence. So upper left-hand corner, I'm going to start, is Audrey Betcher, our staff development specialist, and actually our intern coordinator. You will hear from her this evening. We have Miss Edith Lee, who is assistant principal and one of the 9th grade administrators. You'll hear from her this evening. I think you will. Miss Karen Jones, who is what we call our elected faculty rep. She's the voice of staff on the leadership team and also one of our social studies teachers. That's me. Ms. Kimber Groves in the upper right-hand corner is the head of our resource teacher for social studies. Coming back down, second here is Mr. Jeff Jernigan, head of our math department. Miss Lish Eberhardt Bliss is the English resource teacher. And as you can see right here, Mr. Newman Sunshine, assistant principal, he's already posing in this picture for the class of 21. So he's a 12th grade administrator. We have Ms. Deb Reese, who is one of our world language teachers and also elected faculty rep. We have Miss Irene Brodsky, who's the head of our special education department. Mr. Emmanuel Guevara's, who is the head of our ESOL department, ELD department, English Language Development. It recently had a rehab. We have Mr. Philip Yarborough, who's one of our assistant principals and also splits the 9th grade class. So many of you, I'm sure, have seen many of our assistant principals. Miss Jen Yek is the head of our science department. We have Miss Julie Newcomer, who's the head of our fine and practical arts departments. We have Miss Brooke Aranda, head of our health and physical education departments, pardon me. Mr. Douglas Rivera, who you'll hear from a lot this evening, is the head of our counseling department. We have Dr. Lynn Brown, assistant principal, who is also working with the class of 2022, which is the junior class. We have Mr. Phil Lynch, who's not Phil Lynch, Joe Lynch, sorry. Sorry, my staff is looking at me like, Beth, what did you just say? Mr. Joe Lynch, who's the head of our world languages department. We have Miss Jen Nicholson, who is our media specialist. We have Miss Vilma Nahara, who you'll hear from this evening, who is currently our 10th grade administrator, assistant principal and 10th grade administrator. We have Miss Lauren Carver, who is a paraeducator and actually is the supporting services elected faculty rep, and Miss Joan Kemp, who is also one of our staff development teachers and teachers in the science department. So that rounds out our leadership team. So you can put faces with names. I'm sorry, I couldn't zoom them up so you could actually have the name on your screen. All right, I am going to turn it over now to Mr. Douglas Rivera, who is, as I shared before, the head of our counseling department. Mr. Rivera.
Hi, everyone. So first, we're going to start off by talking about the counseling breakdown. So as you see on the screen, our students are assigned to counselors by their last names. And for our timings, we work from 8:30 in the morning till 3:30 at night or in the afternoon, but a lot of us end up working really late at night too. So, yeah. So as far as when we're looking at course requests, and this afternoon we'll be talking about signing up for classes for the upcoming school year. So as you're signing up for classes, keep these graduation requirements in mind. So every student needs 4 credits or 4 years of an English class. So they'll be taking English every year. They need 3 credits of social studies. One of them has to be in US history. One of them has to be in national, state, and local government. And one has to be in modern world history. Students need 3 credits in science. So they need to be 3 NGSS aligned classes, which are the biology, chemistry, and physics. Some students also can take AP Bio, AP Physics, and AP Chem as well, and that will also count towards that science requirement. Students need a total of 4 mathematics credits. 1 credit has to be in algebra and 1 has to be in geometry. And actually, when they're in high school, a student needs to be enrolled in math every year that they're in high school. So it could be possible that some students who have taken some of the math credits in middle school, they may end up having more than 4 credits by the time they graduate. Additionally, every student needs 1 credit or 1 year of physical education. Students also need a half a semester or half credit of health, 1 credit or 1 year in fine arts, and then 1 credit in a technology course. In addition to those core class requirements, students also need what we call the program completer. So students can meet the program completer in each one of these 3 ways. So most of our students take 2 years of a world language. At QO, we offer Chinese, French, Latin, sign language. Sign language is open for our sophomores and up. Spanish, and also Spanish for Spanish speakers. Another way to get your program completer is also by completing what we call the career completer programs. So we have child development, Cisco, computer programming, game development, justice, law and society, media and communications, Project Lead the Way, and also students also can take classes at Thomas Edison, Gaithersburg High School, or Seneca Valley. At these different high schools, we offer trade programs. So we partner with them as well. So they can, they'll come to QO for a half day, and then the other half, they'll go to these programs. And then the final option is what we call the career development program. So through the career development program, students they take these classes with the idea that once they graduate, they're looking for a job. So in 11th grade, they'll take the college and career research development. And then in their senior year, they'll take the career seminar class with that site work based experience, which means that they'll have to get a job during that time. And then last but not least, when it comes to, again, graduation requirements, students need a minimum of 22 credits in order to graduate. Most students will end up earning 28 credits or more, depending on how many how many high school classes they take in middle school. Most of our students need also 75 SSL hours. And then they need to pass the Maryland State assessments. The Maryland State assessments, they'll take those exams when they complete the required courses, which for English, as long as students complete English 10, they'll take the English test. Students for science, they need to complete the 3 NGSS courses, which is the biology, chemistry, and physics. Students in Algebra 1, once they finish Algebra 1, they'll take the state test for Algebra 1. And then for government, once they finish the NSL government class, they'll take the government state test. I'll let Ms. Nahara talk about this.
Good evening. The 11th grade PSAT will be administered on Tuesday, January 26, 2021. And we waited up until yesterday's Board of Ed meeting to be able to announce it so that we knew ahead of time that we could and that we would potentially still, no definite, be returning to school. So as of right now, we are planning for a February 1, perhaps, return, but we have not heard anything from the county otherwise about the PSAT registration. So we're going full on ahead with registering your students. So after tonight's meeting, a letter from Ms. Thomas will come out explaining the 11th grade PSAT, only for 11th graders this time. Sophomores, yours is coming in the spring. And that letter will be coming out with a Google form. That Google form and letter will also be on our webpage, and your counselors also have this information. So if you have any questions, you can email them or me. I know it says Edith Lee under my face, but I am Vilma Nahara, and I am gonna help organize and do the 11th grade PSAT. It is a $17 cost plus our processing fee. All the information you'll find on our letter, on the Google form, on our webpage tonight after, or tomorrow morning after tonight's meeting. Thank you.
All right, so for health classes, we offer health at QO. It's typically only offered for 10th graders. So health, again, is a semester-long course. So therefore, typically students pair that class up with a PE class and art class. We also have other options like creative writing, horticulture. So that's just some to name a few. Alternately, most of our students also look to take the health class. They can take it over the summer or also blend it online throughout the school year. The registration to sign up for these classes for health over the summer typically opens up in April, but students who are looking to take this course throughout the school year, so in the fall, the registration opens up the first week of September, and then those who want to take it in the spring, it opens up in December. We also offer the MCPS Regional Summer School, and again, this is another online option for students to take health.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mary Pat Maloney Johnston, and I'm the Dual Enrollment Program Assistant, or DEPA. The Dual Enrollment Program is a great opportunity for students, juniors and seniors, to take a course at Montgomery College while they are taking courses also at Quince Orchard. There's an agreement between MC and MCPS that reduces the cost of a course at Montgomery College to about $450. And if a student has free and reduced meals, there's also a grant opportunity that can reduce that cost even further. So it's a great way for students to earn college credit while they are still in high school. They can earn college credit at MC, and they can also actually get dual credit, meaning while they're earning college credit at MC, they are earning credit at MCPS as well. So the class can count for their graduation requirement at MCPS. If you go to the MCPS website, there's a lot of information about dual enrollment, including a list of courses, so students can see what courses are available to them, and they can also learn what credit they can gain for those courses. Students also take a course just to have the college experience so that they're prepared when they go to college. And some students take courses at Montgomery College because they have maxed out of a certain either science or math, and they take a higher level. There is an assessment requirement typically for a course at Montgomery College. Students typically in a traditional setting would have to have certain SAT or ACT scores or take the Accuplacer, which is the Montgomery College assessment test. But during this current environment, and when students are unable to test, they have a policy where if a student has a cumulative 2.75 GPA, they are eligible to take a 100 level course. So that would be in English, any other 100 level courses in math and the social sciences and so on. So we are not clear what that is going to be for next fall yet, but it is likely that the policy may continue at least for the first semester, depending on what happens with testing. Students would need to contact me if they were interested in taking a dual enrollment course, and we will begin recruitment for the next fall semester, probably in March, February or March. So please look for emails, information from me in terms of to help communicate when we will be having those information sessions, and we will have a number of them. Thank you.
There are some questions that continue to be asked in the Q&A, and staff is responding to those questions as quickly as possible. So as you're thinking about questions, know that some of the information will be shared later throughout the presentation, but we're also posting responses in the Q&A.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Audrey Betcher, and I'm the internship coordinator here at QO. For those juniors who are becoming seniors next year, we would invite you to consider taking an internship for course credit at Quince Orchard. I would invite you to write down my Remind code job for you, and also my Twitter to stay up to date on information. But essentially, seniors who are interested in this option can imagine taking the first 4 classes of their day at Quince Orchard, and then at lunchtime transitioning, signing out, and spending the afternoon at a job site. This can be an either paid or an unpaid internship. It's often an internship that the student finds. I can offer lots of help in writing cover letters and resumes to find an internship, but honestly, the students enjoy their internships the most when they find it and they secure that internship for themselves. Like dual enrollment, we would still ask you to register for a full course load in your senior year. Internships are often secured through the summer and even into August and even into September. So we would not want you to miss out on taking any of your courses senior year if your internship fell through. And here we also added the note that some colleges like internships and some do not. It's really valuable to find out from the college that you're interested in whether they would appreciate an internship or whether they would prefer to see a full course load in your senior year. Please reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk to any of you and answer questions and send you the application so you can take a look.
So as we mentioned, the registration materials were distributed through Cougars Connect, through homeroom yesterday. Well, counselors are also posting all of the information that was presented on their canvases. So it's really important that students are also checking out the counselor's Canvas page for all the links, the course registration, Google Forms, the video that we also presented in the classrooms, all of that is posted on the counselor's Canvas announcements page. So. All right, so as far as like the registration directions, so we are asking that all students fill out the grade level registrations form. So use this as a guide to plan out your courses. This form must be completed and submitted. Feel free to consult with your current teachers, counselors to determine appropriate classes. Indicate on the registration form your alternative elective choices. So a lot of times when students register for courses, some of the courses end up not fitting into a student's schedule, or that class, for whatever reason may not be offered. So we end up looking at the second option or the third choice, and we look at the Google form to place those students into those courses. And again, please take a look at this form with your students before submitting. So after you finish the Google form, you're going to go over to Synergy or Parent View, and you're going to log in with your codes, so your MCPS login information. And as you're registering for courses, you're going to select both semesters, so semester A and semester B, for a total of 14 courses. Register for the courses that the teachers have suggested for you, and then before you submit, just make sure that you have 7 credits selected. And there is an option to lock in your courses, and we're asking families not to lock in their courses at this time. All right, so the presentation is gonna be shared with you. It's going to be posted on the website. It's going to be posted on our Twitter page. I also just shared it with everybody in the chat. In the presentation, there's a slide in here that has the registration cards for each of our students. So our current 9th graders will be filling out the 10th grade registration cards. Our current 10th graders will be filling out the 11th grade registration cards. And then our current 11th graders are going to be filling out the 12th grade registration cards. And the cards are pretty. It gives the students an idea of what kind of classes they can take as a 10th grader, as a 11th grader, and also as a senior. All right, so I'm going to go over real quick just how to select your courses in Synergy, or in Student View. So again, the link is in the slides, but students for the most part, know how to access their Student View accounts. So when they go onto the website, they're going to log in with their 6 or 8-digit student ID number.
And just to, let me start all over. That would be good. I know we're flying through this. I know this is being recorded. We are taking questions, but is there anything that is in the chat team that we should pause on right now that needs to be answered for the larger group?
There were several questions that were asked about the PSAT. Ms. Nahara, can you answer about the 9th graders and 11th graders different grade levels?
Sure. Was in the middle of responding. So for now, our only direction that we've been given by MCPS and the county and College Board, forgive me, is to administer the PSAT to 11th graders in January. They did tell us in a memo that there will be a spring administration, but we don't have a date for that. And that spring administration will be for all 10th graders, and that will be free. I believe we'll get more communication closer to the date as far as if 9th graders will be able to take the test with the 10th graders, because that's normally what happened in the past. So again, all this is depending on a lot of factors that we all know about. So as soon as that communication comes up, we will be very sure to get that out to you as soon as we can.
There is one other question. It's about registration. They want to know when registration is open and when the deadlines will be for registering for next year's classes. But that's coming up later in the presentation, Mr. Rivera. So I'm just letting people know it says answered live, but it'll be answered later in the presentation.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go on, and we're going to be talking about credits. Seniors should take as many credits as they need for graduation. We always want our students to have a complete course load. However, many of them end up becoming dual enrolled or internships. So we always create a full 7-period schedule and then make modifications as we need. I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Rivera.
So yeah, so we just talked about this part. So just log into your student view account. The course registration is live right now. So once you log in, so once you enter your information, Ms. Thomas, can you go to the next page? So once you log in, there is now a course request button in your student view and parent view account. So what you'll do is you'll click on that course request button. And then the next page will show you pretty much an overview of your options. So in the middle of the screen, you'll see teacher recommendations. So teachers are currently working on sending out suggestions for all the students. So if any of your students are in any particular signature programs or in your English or math classes, teachers are putting in recommendations for your student. Under that section, you'll also see a part where it says graduation status summary. So that table at the bottom there, it will be anything that's highlighted in yellow are classes that a student still needs in order to graduate. So they're either currently taking that course right now, or they haven't had it yet. So that's something just to keep in mind when you're looking at courses. And then while students are working on this course request on their own at this time, we will be going, and it says on the top there, we will be going through the English classrooms within the next couple of weeks to actually finalize all the course requests. And we're asking students that if they have any particular questions about their classes or their class options, to please meet with your counselors. We are available before school, after school, during lunch, and also on the Wednesday check-ins to talk more in depth about your options. So again, the teacher suggestions is shown right there in the middle. Ultimately, students have the final say. So if they're looking at the recommendations and they want to look at different options, again, we suggest that you talk to your current teachers and your counselor about these suggestions. Once you're ready to start adding courses, you're going to click that blue button on the top there, and it's going to bring you up to this page. And this is where you'll actually make your course selections. If you agree with the suggestions that your teacher made, all you will do is you will go to that button there that says add request. You're going to click that button. And then once you click that button, it's going to get added automatically to your courses in the top. And then it'll all show up on the top of the page. If there are courses that you want to see, you want to take that is not on the suggestions from your teachers, if you scroll down a little bit down to the bottom of the that page, there is a part where you can actually search your courses. In that under course title, you can search it up by the title of the class, or if you know the course ID, you can also search it up by the course ID in the appropriate box there. As you're searching for these classes, we've been seeing a lot of, or we've been reading a lot of emails from students that says that their courses are being locked. We are unlocking courses as we're getting those requests in, so we apologize for that piece. But one thing that we've been told is that when you're searching up these courses, try not to hit enter. Just type in the name of the course and just wait 1 second for the course to actually pop up, and that will pretty much not lock your course selections in. But if your courses do become locked, just reach out to your counselors and we can unlock it for you. So again, you would search up your courses. Once you find your course, like in this example, you have the psychology course, you would type it in, and when you're ready to accept it, you're going to go over to that left-hand side and you're going to add that course request. You're going to click on add request and it's going to get added to your course options there.
Good evening, everyone. I know Mr. Rivera talked a little bit about recommendations earlier, but just a little more detail here. So teacher recommendations are made for the following subject areas: English, math, science, social studies, and world language, if applicable. And teacher recommendations may or may not be made in the following areas: art, technology, child development, and CCRD, college and career readiness and development. Recommendations are made to give students an idea of what classes they could take for the following school year. But I want to highlight something that Mr. Rivera said before, and we'll say it again here. These recommendations are just suggestions. Please make sure you talk to your current teacher about the suggestions made. Make sure you review any of the prerequisites for courses you wish to sign up for, because that may be an impediment to taking certain courses. But again, ultimately, students have final say in terms of what courses they want to take. Next slide.
Yes. In just a minute, we will go back just to walk through and give you a moment to pause with the actual registration process. As we shared earlier, your students did receive this in Cougars Connect yesterday. They have their own video, their own classroom lesson, but we will go back to that in a few minutes to walk through, just in case we know it's a lot to absorb. So we'll get through a couple things and then we'll go back to the registration again.
Ms. Thomas, can I answer one question that's in the chat real quick? One of the questions that one of our participants asked, or attendees asked, was when it comes to world languages. So world languages, it's one of the classes that's one of many classes that we recommend that students continue taking all 4 years when they're in high school, because colleges love to see that a student, finishes up a track. So world language is probably one of many tracks that students take at QO. When it comes to, I think the question was, what if a student took a world language in middle school? Check with your schools, check with your colleges, because a lot of colleges will honor the 8th grade credit as a high school credit, but some won't. So as you're planning, for these classes, again, we strongly encourage that, if you took, a lot of our students may end up coming as a 9th grader and they've met their 2 world language credits, and a lot of them end up, dropping out for whatever reason out of a world language. If you drop out of a world language and you pick up like a career completer programs that we mentioned, like one of those signature programs, that's great, because again, you are continuing with the track. But if not, I would strongly encourage a lot of schools, and I'm saying like a lot of schools love seeing world language, and that a student completes it all the way up to the AP level. So
there's a question in the chat, Mr. Rivera. If parents want to access a course catalog or bulletin, where would they go for that information and course descriptions?
So that's awesome. That also brings me up to the next point too. So the course catalog, we're going to send it out again. The counselors are going to be sending out like weekly messages to all the students through Canvas, giving them information about the courses that they can take. Also this Friday during Cougars Connect, we're also going to have our APs and electives fair. We've been getting a lot of emails from students asking, I don't know what class to take. I don't know what course options are available to me. I don't know what I should be taking. So through the AP and electives fair this Friday through Cougars Connect, they're going to get presented a whole entire slideshow of all the options and all the courses, in addition to course descriptions as well of classes that are available to all of our students. So just keep that in, be on the lookout for that.
Mr. Rivera, if I'm not mistaken, you can also hover over the class or click on the class, and it gives you in Synergy in the program itself, and it gives you a brief blurb of the class as well.
Right. So when you're looking up courses in Student View, if you have a particular question, like if you want to know more about what AP Psychology is about, off to the left-hand side, there's a little small little arrow there. You click on the arrow and it'll drop down the whole course description of the course as well. Thank you, Ms. Nahara, for that.
Okay, so to go over a few more details here, the registration review dates. If you need help reviewing your course selections, please reach out to your counselor. They will be available before school, during lunch, after school, and during Wednesday check-ins. So here are the dates for 9th, 10th, and 11th grade. 11th grade, December 21st and 22nd. 10th grade, January 11th and 12th. 9th grade, January 19th and 20th. All students must complete their grade level registration Google form prior to meeting with their counselor. And we encourage parents to please review the Google registration with your student before submitting. It's very important that you do so. So this is just sort of a very shortened scheduling timeline. I know that from the scheduling team at Quince Orchard, our timeline looks a lot longer than this. This is just an abbreviated version that kind of gives you an idea about what are the important dates and the timing of how things work in terms of scheduling for next year. So by March, all course requests entered into our database. So that goes into our scheduling program, and we begin the process of building our schedule with the staff that we have and the registrations that we have. By June, course selections are sent home. So by the time that we've built our schedule, pretty much by the end of May and early June, we are then going to take our course selections that students registered for. We're going to send that home, make sure that you review it, make sure that we got it right, and that you signed up for the right courses. Or perhaps if there's a concern about a course that you signed up for, you could still have that conversation at that late date. By July, we then go back, and after those course selections are sent home, you've had a chance to review those course selections, confirmed that that is what you want to sign up for next year. The master schedule is finalized in July. And then by the time we get into early to mid-August, just a couple weeks, a week or so before school starts, we finalize all the remaining conflicts. And conflicts might be that a student registers for their classes and has difficulty getting into one or two classes. We try and figure out a way to make sure that every student gets the classes that they signed up for. So just a few things to consider as you think about registration for next year and the year after and your entire high school career. You want to consider post-high school plans and what is needed to fulfill those plans. So think about your pathway. You want to enroll in challenging courses. Hopefully your teachers are all talking about rigor and challenge your thinking and make sure you push yourself. And it's okay to push yourself. Get help when needed. Develop good study habits. And certainly take advantage of all the school programs such as tutoring, lunch and learn, and summer programs.
Okay, I'll pick this one up. Sorry about that. I thought somebody else was, but it's all good. So extracurricular activities are a huge part of what gives our Cougars the true experience. And so one of the key pieces that I actually forgot to mention earlier is when I introduced our leadership team was Mr. Jeff Raberman, our athletics specialist, and as well as all the other sponsors and clubs that we have at Quince Orchard. If I remember correctly, and staff correct me if I'm wrong, we have upwards of 100 clubs and or activities for our students to enroll in. And so bottom line, our goal, and actually I just got an email from a student tonight asking for permission and what needed to happen to start a new club. So we want our students to be engaged. We want them to experience excellence and be connected at Quince Orchard in any way that can be. Now, previous to this school year, things have changed a little bit, obviously. Well, not a little bit. Things have changed a lot because of the virtual learning environment. But in the past, eligibility was an unweighted GPA of 2.0 and no more than 1E. And bottom line is that we want our students to get involved. I have to say that this picture right here is of our award-winning Latin dance group called Juntos. And we actually won the county competition earlier this year and came in second last year. But I have to say, we are putting Quince Orchard on the map, not only for academics, but also our extracurricular programs. Really proud of everything that we've done. So what you're going to see now, and actually, let me take a moment I wanted to go back through, I said a moment ago that I would just slow down a little bit for this process because it is a lot. So, Mr. Rivera, do you mind just walking through again, just one more time so parents can see this?
Sure. So again, you're gonna the links linked in the presentation. So students will go into their student view account, and parents can also do this as well through parent view. So if you don't have your access to your parent view account, please reach out to your counselors. We can get you the codes to get into your account too. So again, once students log in, their username is typically their 6 or 8 digit ID number, and then they're going to input the same password that they use to log into their Chromebooks or any school device. So as soon as they log in, off to the left-hand side, there is a button that says course request. So they're going to click on the course request button. And then in the course request page, you're going to see all these different options. So again, in the middle of the screen, you'll see the teacher recommendation or suggestions. Teachers are inputting those courses in right now. So that gives you an idea of what kind of suggestions are made for you. And also towards the bottom there, you'll see the graduation status summary. Again, use this as a way to see what kind of classes you should be taking or you should think about taking in the upcoming school year, because again, anything that's highlighted in yellow means that the student either still needs it or has not taken that class, or both. And then once you're ready to go, you're going to click on that blue button. You can go ahead, Ms. Thomas. Once you're ready to add your courses, you're going to click on that blue button on the top there. And then again, the teacher recommendations will appear in the middle of the screen. So if you agree with the suggestions that come up, you're just going to click on the button there that says add request. You're going to add both semesters, so semester A and semester B of both classes, and they're all going to populate on the top, above the teacher recommendation window there. And then if you want to search up more courses, you're going to scroll down where it says search courses. There's an option there. And if you know the name of the course, you're going to type it in under course title, or if you know the course ID, you're going to type it in under the course ID column there, and then the classes will populate as you're searching things up. And then once you're ready to add these courses or add these requests, you're going to click on that add request button there. And please make sure that you're selecting both the A semester and the B semester of each course.
Thank you, Mr. Rivera. There was a question, a parent, I guess, is already logging in. I gotta love the QO community, and said the blue button's not there. So it's not there yet, right? Mr. Rivera, clarify.
No, the blue button should be there under course request. So if it's not appearing, just send me an email. Let me see what's going on. But the blue button should be available for every student. The only reason why it wouldn't be there if again, what I mentioned before, if it got locked accidentally, and we're trying to fix that at the county level to figure out what's going on with the classes being locked in.
Thank you. All right, so I'm going to speed ahead, and what we are about to show you is about, I think it's 10 minutes. Mr. Newman Sunshine, the video. It's about.
Yes.
Okay, it's about a 10-minute video, and it gives a nice overview of our pathways and the signature programs, as well as ways and all the options for our students to take these courses. So if I could have either Mr. Newman Sunshine or Ms. Lee or somebody give me a thumbs up as I press play that you're able to hear this. And then there are links that will actually show you how to navigate the pathways.
I'll drop those links in the chat.
Good evening, QO parents. My name is Julie Newcomer, and I'm the signature coordinator at Quince Orchard High School. Thank you for being here this evening. It's a great sign of your commitment as a parent. I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce you to the various signature programs we have at Quince Orchard, and to encourage you to discuss signature programs with your child, since there's so much evidence about the difference involvement makes with engagement and preparation for college and careers. As many of you know, a signature program is a special focus area provided by an MCPS high school. At QO, it's all about encouraging students to experience rigor in college level classes, especially in an area of interest. We currently have 12 different ways students can do this. We have a signature program certificate, which is just to take one AP class by the time they graduate high school. We have the Advanced Scholar Certificate, which is 5 or more AP classes. We have 3 different strands of the Advanced Art Certificate in art, in the arts, which is visual art or music, in computer science, either in programming or Cisco, and in media and communications, either in gaming or video production. We also have 2 signature program certificates, one in social studies and one in law. We have one in education, and we have a program in engineering. Our first one is to encourage all students to experience at least one AP class before they graduate. In recognition of this effort, they will receive a special certificate at graduation. For those ready for a more rigorous experience, we also honor students who complete at least 5 AP classes with the following stipulations. They need to have completed AP NSL by 10th grade with a grade of C or higher. They need to have completed at least 2 AP classes during the 11th grade, one of which must be in English or math with a grade of C or higher, and completed 2 additional AP classes during 12th grade with a grade of C or higher. In addition, they should have taken at least 5 AP exams during high school. For our visual artists, we have a visual art pathway. In this pathway, students need to complete 3 levels in an art area, including studio art, which is drawing and painting, ceramics and sculpture, digital art, or photography. During their senior year in AP Studio Art, they will submit a portfolio to the College Board with their work as their exam. In addition, during junior or senior year, they will take AP Art History. AP exams are required in this program for both AP classes. Let's listen to some thoughts shared by senior AP students Erica Myers and Zane Obi.
For the art signature program, I took photography 2, 3, and 4 my freshman through junior year, and then in my senior year, I'm taking AP Studio and Art History. I really like the different opportunities I've had through the signature program, and I really enjoyed Art History, learning about like the different styles of art. I think the signature program is something you should consider, and I've really enjoyed my experience with it.
Hello, my name is Zane Obi. I'm in AP Art right now, and I would definitely recommend taking AP Art because it allows you to do a lot of things that you can't really do in some other art classes. And it's just, art is such an amazing thing. It's like unlimited creativity, and the art community has like really good teachers and they're really supportive. So I definitely think that anyone who's looking into it, who's thinking about it, they should definitely go ahead and go and sign up for AP Art next year.
We also have a signature program for our musicians. In this program, students need to complete 4 music courses culminating in an AP Music Theory class and take the exam for the class. Let's hear from Chelsea Areglo, one of our current AP Music Theory students, on her experience in this pathway.
I think students who are interested in music should definitely take AP Music Theory, as you can incorporate the knowledge you learned in class into any instrument you play or want to play, such as identifying different chords, scales, rhythm, and other concepts in music. It's also the AP course you would need to take in order to be certified the music program or the music signature here in Quince Orchard. And this class specifically also helped me prepare for college level classes, as this class relied heavily on practice in and out of the class, and it also allowed me to enhance my critical and analytical skills, as we really focused on analyzing performed and notated music.
For students more technically focused, we have 2 strands of computer science. Students can choose to follow the programming pathway, which is more coding involved, or Cisco pathway, which focuses on computer hardware, networks, and security. The programming pathway requires 2 AP classes, AP Computer Science and AP Principles of Computer Science and AP Computer Science. In addition, the Cisco class requires AP Principles of Computer Science. In addition to the college credit potential through the AP credits, both of these programs also offer students the ability to earn 3 college credits at Montgomery College by earning a B or higher in the courses. For freshmen who come to us having completed Foundations of Computer Science in middle school, because all of our signature programs require 5 classes, they will have the option of taking either digital arts, an introductory Cisco or gaming class, or an introductory video production class to replace that credit. Let's listen to Amon Spencer about his experience. He is an AP Computer Science student who is a senior.
AP Computer Science has prepared me for college by challenging me to develop the skills that I'll need at the next level. AP Computer Science is the type of course that's going to challenge you to get the job done, even when you feel like you can't. Attention to detail, collaboration, perseverance, all skills that AP Computer Science has instilled in me that I'll need at the next level in college.
Okay. For those whose interest lies more in the field of gaming or video production, we also have a signature program for them. Our Media and Communications program has a gaming pathway, which includes AP Principles of Computer Science as a requirement, and the video production, which includes an AP Studio Art requirement. Again, both of them are 5 courses, and they need to take the exam to complete the pathway.
Hey Cougars, my name is Jamie Elder. I'm a senior and I'm the first person at Quince Orchard to complete the Audiovisual Communications and Broadcasting Technologies Pathway program. This pathway dedicates to television production and is one of the first in Montgomery County to do so. You will take classes like Intro to Interactive Media, Television Production 1, Television Production 2, and end with a capstone of double period AP Art, which you can focus in any medium that you desire. I think this pathway is so amazing. It's helped me learn my passion for television production and is what I plan on pursuing in college. And it's honestly just such an amazing opportunity to make new friends, learn new skills, and get to create content that your whole school gets to see. If you want more information on the pathway, please feel free to contact me or Mr. Aurora. I will leave our emails down here below. Have an awesome day, Cougars, and I really hope you consider joining because it is honestly one of the best decisions of my life to do.
Recently, we've also added a signature program in education for those students interested in working with students. There are 4 levels of child development courses students complete, which includes a culminating internship experience at a local elementary school. In addition, students are required to complete AP Psychology and take the AP exam during their junior or senior years. Students who complete this program also earn the State of Maryland 90+9 clock hour certification, which gives them the credentials to start working in a daycare as a senior staff member. Listen to Cara Deteen talk about this program and how it helped her develop her career goals.
Hi, my name is Cara Deteen. This is my 3rd year in child development, and I also take AP Psychology. My experience in child development has helped me a lot in all sorts of ways, but I think what's helped me the most is that I was able to discover what I really want to study in college, which is psychology, and it's helped me gain a lot of patience and leadership skills by working with the kids. Taking AP Psych along with that has also helped me gain a better perspective on children and how they learn and why they may act a certain way, like if they're feeling angry, and how you as a teacher can take that info and manage that.
One of our most popular signature programs at QO is the signature program in social studies. Since so many of the courses also meet graduation requirements, it's easy for students wanting a rigorous experience to take AP levels of their required 10th and 11th grade social studies classes, in addition to 2 more AP social studies classes out of the 7 other AP classes in this department. This group of students ends their experience during their senior year in a course called Quest, where students are challenged to develop their own truths by examining the works of great philosophers and thinkers across the ages and throughout the world. Listen to Jasmine Echiona share her thoughts on this program.
Hi, my name is Jasmine, and I just really want to encourage everyone to be a part of the Social Studies Signature Program here at QO. I've loved being a part of this program and has taught me about so many topics that are really important in today's world, and the teachers are amazing. They have guided me through everything. They have helped me whenever I needed help, and they really, really do go above and beyond. One thing that I loved about this program is the final class you have to take, which is called Quest. It is a research-heavy class, but it allows students to choose topics that are important to them and personal to them, which is something that we don't get to do that much in normal classes, and has really prepared me to become a better student and a better person after high school. I hope you guys choose to be a part of the Social Studies Signature Program. Bye. Hi.
Whoops. Okay. Also in the Social Studies program, we have a signature program in Justice, Law, and Society. Students in this program are required to complete 4 law courses, one of which is an internship experience at a local community organization, as well as 1 AP Social Studies course, and of course, take the AP exam. As a school, we have elevated the need to take the AP exam because we believe the experience itself is an integral part of preparing oneself for college expectations. This program also articulates with Montgomery College to allow for 3 college credits for earning a B or better in these courses, on top of the potential credit for the AP class. Our last program does not involve AP classes, but includes a national engineering program called Project Lead the Way that offers up to 9 elective college credits. Project Lead the Way is an engineering program that engages students in hands-on activities, projects, and problems, empowering them to solve real-world challenges and to inspire them to reimagine how they see themselves. This year, our Project Lead the Way program was once again recognized by the University of Maryland for producing the most engineering students. Again, if students completed IED at middle school, in order to complete the signature pathway, they would need to take both aerospace and environmental sustainability instead of just 1, so that they have their 5 courses for the signature program. Let's listen to Afia Burko Kierme, one of our star senior Project Lead the Way students, talk about her experience at QO.
Taking PLTW courses have helped me prepare for college by challenging me to think more creatively when solving problems, and also speaking up when I have an idea or concern about a project, especially since I'm one of the few female students to have taken all PLTW classes available at Quince Orchard. I've taken my forwardness and take charge attitude developed through PLTW classes and applied them to projects outside of PLTW, improving my presentation skills and other core classes such as English and science. Through my experience at PLTW, I have decided I'm going to pursue bioengineering in college and will continue to apply the crucial skills I learned in my high school classes to real-world situations. Thank you.
So while having all these programs is a great thing at QO, scheduling to fit everything in can be quite challenging. It's important that we think all the way through high school when selecting coursework to make sure it's possible to fit in all the program requirements and graduation requirements. I apologize for the bells in my house. I have therefore designed a worksheet outlining all the possible combinations of programs and how to fit in the coursework. The link to this worksheet should be distributed in the chat sometime during this meeting. You will notice that depending on the combination of programs your child may attempt, it's possible that health would have to be taken over the summer, or that PE will need to be left until senior year to allow for all the necessary prerequisites. Should you have any questions or need any help with long-term planning, please feel free to contact me. I'm always available to help. Good evening, QO parents. My name is Julie New.
Okay, so as we've said a few times, and I'm not sure, anyway, I'm just going to continue on. I apologize. This Friday, our students will have an opportunity to look at some of our AP courses as well as the electives and learn a little bit more about that, about those courses. That will be posted for you as well. So you can see all that information and help to better your conversation with your child for registration. What you see here is some of the staff that I had shared and introduced you to earlier, along with their roles and their direct links for emails. So if you have specific questions as it relates to a math class, a science class, or special education, or any of these amazing courses, these are the staff members that you would reach out to first. And of course, we thank you so much for being here. Many of you have heard me say this over and over and over. We take a lot of pride in what we do here at Quince Orchard to create the conditions for all students to experience excellence. And that begins with us, but we couldn't do this important work without you. So thank you so much for your commitment to, of course, your child's education and to being part of our Quince Orchard community. I will open it up for any additional questions that you may want to pose in the Q&A, and then we will wrap up for the evening. Thank you so much, and I'll open up the questions now and then direct them to different staff.
There were several questions about health and how students register for health. Can you answer that, Mr. Rivera, please?
Yeah. So health will typically in the past has been available towards the end of March, like the registration window is opens up towards the end of March. So we plan on once we know when the window opens up, we definitely plan on sending out mass messages through every means. I know Ms. Thomas is probably going to link it up in her newsletter as well, just letting the community know when the window opens up. So.
Okay, there was another question right now that was asked about a law class. Does that count as a social studies class, Mr. Rivera?
I believe so. I'm gonna have to double check on that one, but I believe it does count as a social studies class.
Okay, let me see some other questions. Will all students be meeting with their counselors for registration, Mr. Rivera?
So we will be meeting with during English. We're going to be registering all of our students, and if we have time during the English classrooms, we're going to try to meet with our students individually. But for the most part, I would encourage everybody to reach out to your counselors. Again, we're available before school, after school, during lunch, and on Wednesdays, just so you can have that one-on-one conversation with your counselors and the family to talk about your four-year plan, talk about what kind of courses we offer here, and how we can best serve you.
I don't know if Ms. Maloney Johnson is still here, but there's a question about the College Ready partnership with the University of Maryland.
Ms. Johnson had to leave due to an emergency, so I'm gonna talk to Ms. Johnson, and if Ms. Ware, if you don't mind sending me an email, I will definitely get you more information on that.
Okay, there was a question about Cougars Connect, and they wanted to know when and where that was. So just wanted to make sure all parents knew that Cougars Connect was during period 5, and that all students should have been going to that class throughout this school year so far. And we've had several county lessons as well as school-wide lessons that we've administered during this time. And on Friday, you'll be getting your AP and electives information. So please encourage your students to make sure they attend their period 5 at 9 a.m. this Friday.
And one last question, summer health, there's a couple different options. There is a combination course that's online and in person. This past summer, it was all online, of course, because of the closure. And there are some schools, the county usually offers it online, but typically in the past at Quince Orchard, we've done a combo of online and face-to-face. And health has to be taken in 10th grade, yes. It could be rising from 9th into 10th in the summer or 10th grade. As uprising 11th graders, do we start looking for colleges? Yes, you should start looking. All right, well, thank you all very, very much. Shout out to the Quince Orchard team. Thank you for your work in making this happen. We couldn't envision what this would look like, and I thank you for your steadfast commitment. Thank you, students, any of you who are here, and of course, thank you to all of our families that are here tonight. Staff, students, and community, we hope you have a great evening. And remember, we can't hide our Cougar pride. Good night and be well. Happy holidays.